I believe in bullet journaling. I used to be a student who always had less than stellar grades. Those grades were not because I didn't understand the work or had difficulties in class, but because I would forget to turn in my work. I tried to use store-bought planners to keep track of everything I had to turn in, but something about them just wasn't clicking in my mind. Luckily, that is when I heard about bullet journaling. I've always been a visual learner. I love to draw and paint and personalize everything I own. Part of the disconnect I felt with planners was that there was not a layout that had everything I needed on the same page. There were teachers' planners, which had a nice layout for the school day, but there was no place for any extra items like events or practices I had going on after school. Or there were genetic planners, which had no space for me to write what I had done during each class period throughout the day. There are websites that would allow me to personalize my planner and include whatever styles I want and needed, but they are the same month to month and they costed an arm and a leg. I felt like I was out of options and feared I would never find an organization journal that truly worked for me whenever and however I needed it. Then, thankfully, I heard about bullet journaling. I was looking up ways to stay organized and came across a website describing about how to create a bullet journal. The basic principle of bullet journaling is making a personalized planner month to month that gives you the freedom to adapt a layout if it's not working for you, add different pages for tracking habits, planning events, and etc. It also allows you to change the style of art to match whatever you're feeling that month. This was amazing to me because it allowed me to be creative and have a new project every month. But it was also a project that was useful and had a meaning. Not to mention, it was much cheaper than buying a pre-made planner. My first journal was a wreck. I had truly no idea what kind of layout would work for me, how to draw it effectively, or even what kind of supplies I needed to get started. As I used my planner, I became more in tune with what I needed each month. I wanted a place to keep track of what I did in class, any homework I had, due dates, and any after-school activities I had for that day. As I researched, I found ideas for various themes, but nothing that had everything I needed, which was okay because I could create my own now. After months of designing different layouts, I created a final configuration that worked for my everyday life. Once the coronavirus shut everything down, I suddenly could not use half of the layout I had prepared. I had a lot less homework and no after-school activities to attend. Luckily, I had a way to fix my planner to suit my new situation. As I grew accustomed to using my planner, my grades started to improve, and I had my assignments and their due dates marked in my planner. I had something to be proud of and enjoy using because it was something I created. If I had not discovered bullet journaling, I may never have grown academically and began to get my life together and prepared for college. Now I feel confident heading into college that I will be able to remain organized and keep track of all of my obligations in and out of school.